Problem number 1. You earn too much to struggle, but too little to be free. This is the middle class trap nobody talks about. You make enough money that you don't qualify for government assistance, you don't get scholarships, you don't get breaks, but you also don't make enough to invest aggressively, travel freely, or stop worrying about a surprise $500 expense. You're floating in financial purgatory, and the worst part? Society tells you to be grateful, which makes you feel guilty for even wanting more. Problem number 2. Lifestyle inflation is eating you alive, and you don't even see it. Think about this. When you got your first raise, what did you do? You upgraded your apartment. You financed a nicer car. You started eating out more. I did the exact same thing. I went from making $40,000 to $65,000 in 2 years and somehow had less money. Because every time my income went up, my lifestyle went up faster. Your expenses should never race your income, but for most of us, they're winning by a mile. Problem number 3. You have no real emergency fund. And I don't mean you have nothing. I mean you have maybe $1,000 sitting somewhere, if that, and you call it your emergency fund. But let's be real. One car transmission, one ER visit, one job loss, and that money is gone in a week. The rule is 3 to 6 months of expenses, but when you're middle class, saving that much feels like climbing Everest in flip-flops. Problem number 4. Debt is your second full-time job. Student loans, car payments, credit cards, maybe a personal loan you took out to consolidate the other debt, which, let's be honest, just gave you room to create more debt. I've been there. At one point, I was sending out over $1,400 a month just in minimum payments. I was working 40 hours a week, and half of that labor wasn't even mine to keep. It belonged to lenders. You're not building a life, you're renting one. Problem number 5. You have absolutely no idea where your money actually goes. Quick, without checking an app, can you tell me exactly how much you spent last month on food? On subscriptions? On random Amazon orders at 11 p.m.? Yeah, neither could I. And that's the problem. Middle-class people don't usually have an income problem. They have an awareness problem. Money comes in, money goes out, and somewhere in between you whisper, "Where did it all go?" Every single month. Problem number 6. You're saving, but you're not investing. And there's a massive difference. You might have a savings account earning 0.5% interest, while inflation runs at 3 to 4%. That means your money is actually losing value every year while you feel responsible for saving it. I avoided investing for years because I thought it was only for wealthy people in suits staring at Bloomberg terminals. It's not. But that lie kept me parked in a savings account, watching my purchasing power shrink quietly. Problem number 7. And this is the one that almost broke me. You're financially lonely. Nobody around you talks about money honestly. Your friends pretend everything's fine. Your family either avoids the topic or gives you outdated advice like, just work harder. You can't ask your coworkers what they make. You can't tell your partner how scared you actually are. So you carry it alone. And that silence? It leads to terrible decisions. I made my worst financial choices during the years I had no one to talk to about money. Not a mentor. Not a community. Nobody. If you're feeling that right now, hear me. You are not alone. And that's exactly why I started this channel. Problem number 8. You're one satisfying purchase away from a setback. Middle-class life is emotionally exhausting. And what do exhausted people do? They spend. You deserve that vacation. You earned that new phone. And look, maybe you did, but if that one purchase puts you behind on your credit card or drains your savings, it wasn't a reward. It was a punishment disguised as self-care. I bought a $2,200 couch once because I deserved it. Took me 5 months of payments to realize I deserved freedom more. Problem number 9. You have no multiple income streams. You have one job, one paycheck, one source keeping your entire life afloat. And if that one source disappears, through layoffs, health issues, or company restructuring, everything collapses. Wealthy people don't just earn more. They earn from more places. A side hustle, dividends, rental income, royalties, freelance work, anything. You don't need 5 streams tomorrow, but if you only have one today, you're standing on a trap door and hoping nobody pulls the lever. Problem number 10. You plan for the month, not for the decade. This might be the most dangerous one. You're thinking about this rent payment, this car note, this paycheck cycle. But you're not thinking about where you'll be at 50, 60, or 70. Retirement feels like a fantasy. Homeownership feels like a maybe. Generational wealth feels like a concept for other families. And because the future feels so uncertain, you just stop planning for it. That's not laziness. That's survival mode. And it will cost you everything if you stay in it too long. If this video felt like someone finally said what you've been thinking, subscribe.